Well, happy Monday morning. It's Thomas Montgomery. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time, 8 o'clock Central, talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. Today, we have what I'd consider more of a housekeeping item. So we are in the process of sending out all of our distribution partners an Adobe packet. Many of you have received it, others will soon. That has two documents. It has a W-9, which is shown here on the screen, standard W-9. We'll talk more about that in a moment. And then also a direct deposit so we know where to send money. There's normally one way, and now there's two ways you make money. Normally, of course, by helping clients, you earn commissions. But also our investors decided to start doing profit distributions. So we're going to do those on a quarterly basis. So for instance, January, February, March of 2023, we get through the end of March, which we're almost there. We have an investor meeting in April, which is April 15th in the Woodlands, Texas, outside of Houston. And that's where they'll allocate out the profit distribution. Since this is new and we didn't do it for last year, so we're going to have essentially two profit distributions, one to clear out the books from 2022. So if you were with us last year, profit distribution from last year, and then from first quarter of this year. So what we need to be able to pay and share the revenue with anyone is, number one, a completed W-9. So again, this was sent to you via Adobe. We would like it completed in Adobe for record-keeping purposes. It'll come to you where some of these fields are required, some of them are optional. And I know it doesn't show that way here, but for example, number one is required, number two is not, because you may be a distribution partner but not have a business name created. So when you get the Adobe, many of you already have, others will continue to receive it. You'll just fill out. The rest of the pages are just standard instructions that you can go through and read if you want, but it's really simple to fill out the basic information of a W-9. Chances are you've done it before. The second document included in that same Adobe packet is the commission setup form. This lets us know where to send either your profit distribution or monies earned. It'll ask twice. It'll say, what's your routing number? Where do you want the money sent? Confirm it. Because obviously what we don't want is you to make a typo, we send it to the wrong bank, and then we're chasing after that. Same with account number. What is the account number that you want the profit distribution, or in general the commission, sent to, and then confirm it. Again, what you'll see on your Adobe, it will have editable fields to type in this information. This is just the source document. So in general, we need this, especially for our affiliates, but we should have it on file to pay anyone. But if you want to participate in the profit distribution from last year, 2022, and from first quarter this year, first quarter 2023, we'll need to have this on file. We're doing something similar with clients, not a profit distribution, but with clients. So we have their W-9 and their banking information, not to pull money from. You'll notice there's no fine print. This is not for us to take money. This is for us to send money to. And so clients will start receiving this as well. So many of the lenders will get that from the clients directly. However, for example, when we're doing the credit card pay down loan and such, we need to know where to send the funding that's being administered more internally. So that's the update for the morning. So you should see a W-9 packet sent to you via Adobe. If you don't have it yet, it'll be coming to you soon. Please get that back if you want, A, if you want to be paid, B, if you're looking to participate in the profit distribution. Okay, so that's the housekeeping item. Besides that, I want to open it up for questions and comments. What can we do to assist each of you? We're going into the last week of March. we want to have a really strong closeout. So regardless if you're a white label partner or an affiliate, what is it that we can do for you to get some deals closed this week and make sure that you're making money? Let's start with some feedback. So for those of you that are on the live Zoom, if you wouldn't mind going to the Zoom Q&A, question and answer, it's like chat. How many deals do you think that you'll close this week? Dan, what do you think this week looks like? I think originally you were expecting around 7 to 10 this week. Dan, let us know. Alfred, Bernard, Carlos, Charles, the rest of you, what's your week looking like as you go forward? All right, so Bernard's looking at 2. Dan did confirm 10 for this week, which is an excellent week. Alfred, how's it looking for you? You've historically been one of our top performers. Alfred, Carlos, Charles. Now, I do realize that if you're an affiliate versus a white label partner, how you answer this is different, right? Because as an affiliate, all you do is drive people into the free landing page that we provide you. Well, so as an affiliate, you're really gauging your activity more based upon leads generated, meaning those that have gone to your landing page and completed their name, email, and phone, because at that point, the system takes it over. Much different as a white label partner, right? Like Bernard and Dan and other white label partners. White label partners are actually getting the client under contract. So not just generating a lead. So I do realize that the process is different. And as an affiliate, you could shoot for how many leads you'll create this week, because we know we have to have a lead before we have a conversion, which results in a client. And once we have a client, then you make money and the clients get funded. So, all right, so let's again go back to the question on the table. What can we do for any of you to help you have a really strong close to the month of March? What is it that you need? Is there something that we've not covered in training? Is there something about the landing page, something about the agreement, something about the process? What is it that any of you need to finish this month strong, to make sure that March is a successful month? I'm going to give you a moment to type your questions or comments, and we're going to address those. So we're taking a little bit more of an open forum to today's discussion. We want to make sure that we're addressing the issues and questions you have. Now, Carrie's asking about specific clients. So what we don't want to do is go through client profiles on the Zoom that's being recorded and being shared with the world. So we need to have those, Carrie, we need to have those discussions one-on-one. If you're a white label partner, we ask you to schedule weekly one-on-ones. If you're an affiliate, just let us know, of course, if there's a question. But we do not want to address client-specific comments. All right, Harry has a different question, and Harry's been texting over the weekend. What I do want to encourage you to do is to not spend a lot of time and energy pre-qualifying individual clients, because it's frankly a waste of time. And so let me pull up some of this communication that we've received, and we can kind of talk about what we're seeing. So we had a question about, let me go over and find the specific communication from Harry, just so we can use that as a case study. But what he's doing, as I'm pulling it up, is I feel like he's pre-qualifying the clients. He's asking a ton of questions that the truth is it doesn't matter so much. As long as the client wants to enroll, then we're able to assist them. So you don't need to spend time asking about the specifics of the client, of how long they've been in business, what their annual revenue is, what their credit is. Those variables, while it fits into the work that we'll do in helping them get credible, it's just not required for deciding to enroll them or not. So that's I guess the feedback, don't spend time and energy trying to pre-qualify people. If there's someone that's looking for funding, and of course we guarantee a minimum of 100,000. If they have some credibility issues that they need assistance with to get there, then we're a perfect fit for them. We of course help them with the 3 C's. All right, other questions, comments, concerns. What is it that we can do to help any of you make sure that we're on track for a strong finish to the end of the month? Questions, comments, concerns. What can I do to help any of you? All right, so James has got a good question. And so it's really about first tranche funding. So when a client comes in to the credit and funding program, we will diligently evaluate what type of funding options they have right now. And so some clients have a good amount of funding available right now. Others, to no surprise, have credibility issues with one or more of their 3 C's that prevents them from funding at all or what they would like right now. But that's okay. That's the purpose of our program, right? That's why we're here, is to help people move from where they're at to where they need to be to become more credible on paper. So I don't see it. I was talking to a client that was under that circumstance this morning. She was my 7 a.m. Central call. She did not get any funding offers initially. And I explained to her, well, that's not really a problem. That's why you're here, right? Because if you would have already qualified for all the funding that you wanted, you probably wouldn't have needed the credit and funding program. What we do is we take imperfect people, improve their credibility, credit collateral capacity, so they do qualify for the funding that they need. So we wish and we would like to help clients get an initial tranche right away, and we'll diligently help. But based upon their life circumstances, frankly, their decisions, their credibility factors as a baseline, they may or may not qualify for funding immediately upon enrollment. It's okay if they don't, because again, they're in the right spot. That's why you and I do what we do, to help them become credible enough for the funding that they need. Great question. All right, Terrence is asking about the SBA, and so SBA loans. And so certainly, even as recent as this morning, we were working with one of our clients on applying for an SBA Express loan. So SBA loans are alive and well. We can typically get an approval same day if we're using the SBA Express. We can go up to $150,000 for that Express loan, typically funds in 7 to 10 business days. Startups qualify. But again, the questions that you all are asking are fine, but we really need to get the client enrolled, collect their data, and see what type of funding is best suited for their circumstance. So let's give an example. This client this morning that we applied for the SBA loan, he wanted $300,000. Well, I explained to him we can do the SBA Express loan, but it maxes at $150,000. So what we recommended and what he agreed to do and what we did do is we'll go ahead and get the first $150,000 now quickly, let that fund, let it hit his account, and then immediately we can go after the next tranche. Adds an extra step to it, but for his circumstances, an initial $150,000 quickly was more valuable than waiting a bit longer for the entire $300,000. But that's what we do, is when the client comes aboard, we gather data, we understand their mitigating circumstances, and then create a plan accordingly. All right, so Kevin's asking about business plans, and that's a good question. So at no cost, we help clients develop a lender-compliant business plan. We'll gather data from them to determine, do they have one or do they not? Because we don't want them to unnecessarily redo something that they may already have. If they already have a lender-compliant business plan, that's fine. If not, at no cost to them, we help them build that out. We use a cloud-based software called LivePlan. We pay for the subscription for it, and that works out well. I will tell you, though, that different lenders have different underwriting criteria, including different business plan requirements. So let's go back to the client on the $150,000 SBA loan from this morning. In his case, since we're moving forward with one of our preferred SBA lenders, the business plan that lender wants is a one-page business plan. That's it. One page, not two, not three. So we know exactly what they want. So while it's true, anyone would probably benefit from having a business plan for both internal and external purposes, where we're going to funding will impact what that business plan needs to look like. But we'll help them with that. It's just we don't know from the moment a client enrolls what the funding plan is. We need to get their initial data set, come up with a plan, and then backfill in the specific documentation that's needed. All right, any other questions, comments, or concerns? So let's do a recap. If you have anything else, you can post it in the Q&A. So we started with a housekeeping issue. If you're a white label partner and or an affiliate partner, you have received or you will be receiving an Adobe packet, has a W-9 and then direct deposit. So we know where to send the money to you. Normally, money is no surprise. You earn the money, especially as an affiliate. However, above and beyond that, our investors have decided to start a quarterly profit distribution. Since we didn't do any in 2022, we're going to have two profit distributions in April. One for fiscal year 2022 last year. So if you're with us last year, you'd be eligible for that. And then first quarter of this year, which would mean January, February, March. March isn't over yet. Will be soon. We want to get this on file. We have our investor meeting in the Woodlands, suburb of Houston, on Saturday, April 15th. That's where they'll decide the distribution, and then you'll be notified afterwards and receive your money. So if you've not seen the W-9 and direct deposit form sent to you, keep a lookout for it. You want to have us send it to you even sooner, let us know. But everyone should be receiving the W-9 and the direct deposit for being able to send revenue to you. And again, many of you probably have seen it over the weekend. Any other questions, comments, concerns that anyone has for today? All right, Susan's asking as far as payout. So when we pay out, you're telling us, let's go back to the direct deposit, you're telling us where you want the money to go. So if you want the money sent to a business account, give us a business routing number and a business account number, right? It's just that simple. You control that. So even, let's say you signed up as an individual, but now you want the money to go into a business account, or even vice versa. That's fine. How you fill out the W-9 and how you fill out the direct deposit form is where the money is going to be sent to. So if you want it sent to your business account, great. Just provide that account number and routing number. Any questions, comments, concerns on the housekeeping topic today of the W-9 and direct deposit form, or on any other issues that we can help you with to have a real strong finish to the month of March? All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Have a great day. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.